After spending 3 months going through this, I know them better now after 3 months than I did working with them for 9 years. I know when I was becoming an up-and-coming leader, my leaders always focused on what I did wrong, not what I did right. In fact, we spent the majority of our meetings talking about where I failed. But what if you flipped that and you started telling people, you leaned into, this is what you do really well? You know what? It just changes things. And for me as a leader, I want our organization to be excellent because the clientele we serve are young people. And I want them to experience excellent leadership. To do that, you gotta mine and bring out the excellence in those that you're working with. And what StrengthsFinders did is it showed us a playbook, so to speak, of the awesome talent that we had that I had no idea we possessed.
It really has been a life-changing experience for me in a lot of ways. I feel like it's impacted my relationships with obviously my coworkers, but even my spouse and my children, and I want to have all of them do this. And so it's been both a professional change and a personal change. I feel more confident now in my abilities because it's like, well, it's on paper. It says that I'm an achiever. It says that I like harmony. So now that makes sense. All these years that I've made these decisions or acted these ways, it makes sense.
And so I feel like it gave me a leg up, where some people go into their career and they don't know what their strengths are, and people just kind of have to discover them over the years and kind of guess at them. I feel like it gave me a leg up. It gave me a chance to kind of jump ahead a little bit and to know how to operate.
What stood out to me the most of what I learned about our team is there were a few of them that I had in the wrong spot, and it was actually draining them. And for example, I'll give you one example. Chelsea Lammers was our administrative assistant. Let me define her. Joy, happy, giddy, right? Like that face you want to see when you come into the room that's just like overjoyous, right? And here's what's cool. She was serving as an admin, and because I didn't know my own strengths and I didn't know her strengths, I didn't know how to lead her around. She had this teachable spirit, and she was willing to do anything, but she was miserable. But because of the joy on the outside, I had no idea.
So knowing my strengths has helped me in a lot of ways, but specifically in my work, I would say it's helped me to, well, first of all, it's changed my job, and because we realized that I was in the wrong position for my strengths.
When we went through StrengthsFinders and I realized what her gifts were, I started to look at every one of our staff and every position that we do in Youth for Christ, and I realized there was a better fit for her. I'll never forget calling her into my office and asking her, showing her that her strengths lined up better with a different job. Chelsea was afraid, thinking we were going to tell her this is not a good fit, when she was actually just a better fit. So when I shared with her about the new job, tears immediately went to joy. And I just want to say this: I don't know if I've seen a more radical change in an employee's life than I have with hers. And she absolutely is crushing it now in what she's doing.
Knowing my strengths helped me to figure out, okay, if I'm stressed or if something's going wrong, then, okay, how can we pinpoint the things that I know I can do well and lean into those things and take joy from those things. But also working with other people has been very different.
The team training coaching experience was so valuable. It's something that probably was long overdue in our organization. It just helped us understand each other better, helped us understand our roles better, and maybe even make adjustments to those roles or to those tasks or those duties. I think it also gave me a greater empathy towards other people. Before, maybe I thought, well, that person's just that way, and almost saw it as a fault or whatever. But now understanding, no, they make those decisions, they do those tasks in this way because that's their strength. And to see it kind of in a more, I don't know, a positive light. And also when you kind of took us through the blind spots with each strength, that was also really good because we all have strengths and we all have blind spots. So how can those that have these strengths help with these blind spots and vice versa? So I felt like that was really helped us grow together as a team. It's going to help us be more productive as a team and just to probably care for each other in a greater capacity now knowing our strengths.
So StrengthsFinders has helped me be a better teammate because there is so much about other people that is not the same between people. That's just how it is. And so when my coworker is super confident about something, then I'm not, and I'm struggling with that, then knowing his strengths and my strengths, I'm not going to be like, oh, he's bashing me or he's attacking me. I'm gonna be, oh yeah, he's just confident in this.
That right there was the watershed moment for us. We became better when I became humble. And James was helpful in that because he came alongside a prideful leader and he helped me see that. And the way that he did it was very humble. And so he brought the best out of me, then he brought the best out of our team. What he did was he just mined the gold that was already inside of us, the God-given gold that was inside of us that I had no idea was there. That was the greatest investment I made for our organization, was allowing James to invest in us. And I know it made an eternal difference on me, on our team. In fact, it was such a huge impact, I put my entire family through it. I know my family now better, my kids and my wife, better than I did prior. I am a champion for StrengthsFinders, and I'm a champion for James. Do yourself a favor, honestly. Become better, get a coach.